Welcome to the conversation. This is a Harmony Household podcast. And today we have a special guest on the podcast. She is a marketing and brand professional. She's CEO and founder of Bounce Fitness, which is a boutique rebounding brand helping women get their lives together. She's also a corporate and AI consultant helping small businesses and wellness entrepreneurs get their businesses together. Kandice, we're so happy to have you here on the podcast. Thank you for
I'm
coming.
excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
So Kandice, of course, I mentioned that you have fitness and you have your businesses, your corporate consulting. What's your backstory and how did you get to where you are today in terms of corporate consulting compared to fitness? Just a little bit about your background.
Yeah. Well, I started off, it's funny because I am in fitness. I own a fitness company, but I started off being a client of fitness because I used to be overweight, well over 200 pounds. I went through a weight loss journey. And along that way, I was like, I need a way to keep working out, to stay accountable to working out. Otherwise, I don't know if I would have done it after I lost all the weight. So
Great.
then I got certified to teach Zumba. And that's where it all started. That's where my fitness career, my fitness journey started by going through a 2-day Zumba. Was it 2-day? 1 or 2-day? I can't remember at this point. It's been like 12 years workshop. And I started doing it like Cheryl. We both love dancing and all of that. And that's how it started. And it has pivoted and shifted and gone all the ways, right? From Zumba to now, I own a company. My fitness company is called Bounce Fitness Club. And it is a rebound fitness company that focuses only on rebound fitness. And then luckily, I've been able to elevate through the rebound fitness world. And I'm also a master trainer for one of the major companies in rebound fitness. So I train other people on how to be rebound fitness instructors. So it started off by teaching Zumba, right? All my salsa. And then now I focus on rebound fitness. And I teach other instructors how to be other people how to be instructors. So that's my journey with fitness. Now, I've always been in marketing. Like my career, that's the career path coming out of school, right? Was marketing. And at one point, probably, I don't know, Cheryl, was it 10 years ago? We were consultants for a big influencer out there, and I got a taste of consulting.
Yes.
And I loved it. Loved it. So when this thing called AI came into the picture, I'm like, oh, that's it. That's what I want to do, right? I was so fascinated by AI, still am fascinated by AI. And it's funny because I didn't even know about this thing called Chat GPT. I was having lunch with a girlfriend of mine, and we were talking, and she was like, yeah, I made up a rap. And I'm like, you made up a rap? She was like, yeah, I used Chat GPT to make up a rap. And she pulled it up on her phone and she showed it to me, the whole lyrics. And then she said, make it into a country song. The same lyrics were made into a country song. And I was like hooked. I was like, this thing could do this in 10 seconds. What? So it kind of went from there. Then I got learned about it, got certified, officially certified, CPD certified in 55 countries to be an AI consultant and trainer. So I love it.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mental notes being taken.
It was a challenge because
we are in the right place at the right time.
right. But AI is, like from the time we got on this call, AI has changed, right? And so it's always learning. I'm not just certified now, but like I feel like I have to relearn it tomorrow because things are changing so fast. It's like Chat GPT 5 came out and then 5.1 came out like a week later. I'm like, well, what? So it's like constantly learning so I can share my knowledge with other people.
But AI has been working in the background in businesses for a long time. It's just that now we have the Chat GPT. I call him Senor Chat, or Mr. Chat, whatever it is.
Yes.
But now it's in the forefront. And so people have to learn to embrace it a little bit because it is a helpful tool. So how do you help businesses determine whether they need AI, or is it that they need it, but how to implement it? How do you determine that?
So, I think most people have heard about it at least, right? Have heard about this thing called AI.
Yeah.
And you're right, it's been around forever, but now it's so accessible on people's phones, computers, and things like that for $20 a month or free, right? But if you want to invest, which I always tell people, $20 a month, that's how much ChatGPT costs, will get you an AI assistant, an AI agent, will get you a copywriter, a publicist, like it will get you all of that. And if it's going to save you in the long run more than $20 a month, or if it's going to save you time, then invest. Just get it, just get it. But I tell companies that first want to get into AI, first thing I do is say, get your chat GPT set up right. Because there are certain security settings on all of them, but specifically chat. Let's talk about that. I call mine Max. My chat GPT is Max. And Max mode.
I love it.
So they all have names, right? But there are certain security settings that will keep your information confidential, because defaulted in ChatGPT, there's a setting that allows ChatGPT or OpenAI, anything that you put into the platform, they can use it for whatever they want to use it for, right? And I say this to say that, let's just say you do essential oils and you have this fantastic oil that'll make your skin age in reverse or make your hair grow all the way down, and you have a formula that you've put into ChatGPT, right? Because you want to do a marketing flyer or a label or something for your business. And because you have that setting toggled on, it may just show up on Google one day, right? Because you've allowed, listen, I know, right? I know.
It's painful.
So many people don't know that. So if you go into just your setting, your little picture in the bottom left, and then go to data control, and then there's a toggle button that says, I think it's like train the model, right? Turn it off. Because anything that you put into ChatGPT then can be used to train the model and can show up on whatever, in other people's chats or in on Google or whatever the case may be. So anytime anyone wants to get into using AI, there are some basic security settings before you put your name in there, right? Before you put anything in there. So turn the model off. I also say to, how when you log into your bank account, it'll send you that 6-digit code, right? Factor authentication. Do that too, because these hackers are on another level. Like it was some big company that just got hacked last week. And if they can get hacked, anyone can get hacked. My website was hacked probably about a year ago. And I'm just like a little man on the totem pole type of thing. I shut down my email, everything, my website, my shop, because I have, people can order things on my shop. It shut everything down. So just make sure you have the basic security settings to keep you and your information safe before you put really anything in there. And then the next thing I say is because there's ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, there's Copilot. Then for pictures, there's Nano Banana. There's like all these platforms. But instead of diving into the platforms, let's take a step back and say, what do you need, right? Because it's like going to a car lot and just, I just want to try all the cars. Well, but do you, right? Do you figure out if you want a 2-seater, an SUV, or whatever? Let's narrow it down, right? So I tell people to figure out what are those gaps in your business that you can either save time, save money, use it to get more clients, right? So what are those gaps in your business? And then let's figure out which AI tools could be best to help you do that with, right? And all of them are not built the same. I'll have to send you all a picture, because I was playing around with Gemini. Just launched a new image creation model, and I tested ChatGPT versus Gemini, and I uploaded a headshot of me, right? And I used the same prompt in ChatGPT, and I said something like, put me in a maroon blazer with a black shirt under it, sitting in a library. Same prompt. ChatGPT made me look 20 years older. Gemini made me
the disrespect.
Right, the disrespect. That's what I said. The disrespect.
So we like Gemini then.
Right,
Gemini, like all Gemini, the way.
Right, exactly. So they're not all created equal. So depending on the reason that you need it, then you can hone in on which tool is best, because each of them have their own strengths, right? I use ChatGPT and Claude together because ChatGPT is great for brainstorming. Give me 10 ideas of how I can, promote this fitness class, that's glow in the dark fitness class, type of thing for Halloween, or what I actually put that in, right? Because I was thinking about doing a Halloween glow in the dark fitness party. ChatGPT is phenomenal for that. Then you come up with your idea. I come up with my idea. Then I put it in Claude to be like, okay, Claude, what's my marketing strategy for this? Who am I going after? So ChatGPT is very much the one who's energetic. Every idea is great. Like, oh yes, great idea. Let's dig in. Claude is like, oh, it's okay, but let me ask you these questions, right? Every AI platform has its own personality. And based off of that, based off of the need, how they're strong, that's how I tell people to start getting into AI. So figure out what they need and then go from there. I feel like not just with fitness and wellness, but every company kind of has three like pillars, either to get clients, like attract clients to their business, to serve the clients, and then to retain the clients, right?
Yes.
And most people are great at serving. Whatever you do, you are a rock star at it. I'm really good at teaching my fitness classes, right? Where I struggle with is getting more people in the front door, right? But once they get in the door, I got you, right? And then I'm all right with retaining them. But I think it's only because I'm a good instructor, not because my marketing systems are in place or my automation or my, all of that is in place. And that's how AI can help all of that.
I do have a follow-up question, because
Yeah.
if we were to kind of play on your description that you had, so you start off with ChatGPT,
Yeah.
then go to Claude. Then from there, when you're ready to execute, let's say you're ready to put together some marketing material, what is your go-to from that standpoint?
No, so when you say marketing material, that's a lot. It could be a social media
Right.
post, it could be a flyer,
Yes.
it could be a business model of this. So it just depends. A lot of platforms are AI specific, like ChatGPT is an AI platform. But then you
Yes.
have platforms like Canva, who now have an
Mhm.
AI component to it. Like Canva
Yes.
has what's called Canva AI, right? And when I tell you it is fire, it is phenomenal, right? I built just playing around with it, I built a web app. Now I'm not techie. I can't code, or I can vibe code, right? That's what it's called when you prompt AI to build something and the AI codes it. It's called vibe coding. I can do that, but that's just using my words, right? But I built a web app, and I may put it on my website. I'm not quite sure yet, to help people that are on my website figure out which fitness equipment that they need, right? So for my Rebound Fitness company, I sell Rebound boots. People are always asking, well, what size do I need? And, like all these questions about the boots. But I built a web app that they can just answer a few questions and boom, these are the boots you need. And here's the link to purchase it. And by the way, here's 5% off. I mean, that's my vision of how I want to use it. But you think about a solopreneur who is selling something, whether it's, a lipstick, boots, or whatever, they could use AI in that capacity to save time, because otherwise they're responding to emails, responding to social media messages and things like that. I say all that to say you also never want to take the human component out of using AI, because it's almost like you have to have AI and HI, so artificial intelligence and human intelligence, and they have to coexist. You cannot just let AI, oh yeah, here, run my business. I'm out. Like there has to be oversight.
Not yet. Not yet.
Well, it's funny because you really I feel like the robots are going to take over. They are. It may not be in our lifetime, but it's like, what was that movie? iRobot with Will Smith? Oh, yeah. It's coming.
Yeah, it is. Yes.
It's coming, right?
It's
But
coming.
in our lifetime, we want to still try to have oversight into what we can control with AI. So
I was going to say, you were able to dig in a little deeper, and you are basically showing us that it's important for us to kind of have some type of clarity in terms of what type of marketing strategy or marketing I don't know, angle you might want to take, because that will determine what type of AI platform you would be using,
yep,
versus, creating some content for social media versus a flyer. So it all kind of depends on what you're looking to
what you need.
achieve,
Yep.
which would determine what platform you are to use.
Yep. I mean,
Okay.
Canva AI is good. 11 Labs is another one that I'm digging into, and that might be good for you all because it's using voice. So it's using voice. Like if you wanted to have, I should play around with this. If you wanted to have a third person on your podcast and that person is AI, you could do that with 11 Labs. Yeah. I went to a workshop in
Interesting.
New York about a year ago and he tested it, he demoed it out. My jaw, boom, hit the floor. Hit the floor. Yeah. So so yeah,
These
it's
wheels
really
are
weird. But
turning.
if you want
Oh, they are.
if
I,
you want
oof.
to do like video, VEO3 is a good one. Sora, they just launched their Sora 3, where Sora 2 was the latest iteration. Sora 3 is phenomenal, right? So it just depends on, like you said, what do you need it for? Do you need it for video, audio, flyers, social media strategy, whatever the case may be? So, and that's another thing I tell people. A lot of content creators go straight to using it for social media posts. But I tell people, take a step back. What is your social media strategy? Right? So instead of just waking up, okay, today's Sunday, I need to post. And they get on Chat GPT and then they make a post and they post it. But does that align with your social media strategy? And does your social media strategy align with your business strategy? And do not be scared to use AI to hash out all of that. Right? I'm actually doing that. I just moved, I just got married. So I'm a wife. Thank
Congratulations.
you. So, and I say that to say, when I got married, I also relocated last year. So it's about a year and a half now. And when I relocated, I not only relocated me and my dog, but my business, right? And I relocated to a city that is, I was in Atlanta previously. And that's where I started fitness, built the business, and all of that. But fitness here in Louisville, Kentucky, and the market and the demographic and just everything is so different from Atlanta. So I've had to pivot my business because when I was in Atlanta, I was teaching, 3, 4 classes a week and, all of that, but people were coming. Right. But here in Louisville, it's a foodie city. There's so many great restaurants. So people want to eat, and it's the home of bourbon. People want to drink. Right. I don't know where
Nice.
fitness is on that list, but eating and drinking is 1 and 2. So when I think about starting a fitness company here, I'm like, whoa, that's not going to work, So I'm using AI to help with the research. What is the market? What is, can I still charge $20 a class in a city that is 1/3 the size? Like there's so many
Mm,
things that you can use AI to do, right? And when you think about research, there's Perplexity. There's so many research AI tools that you could use. Perplexity is probably is like the top notch. And then
interesting.
Chat GPT deep research function is probably the next one down. But it's like, don't be scared to use AI to help with all of that research. How much should I be charging? Where within the city should I have my classes? Should I have it in a culturally diverse neighborhood or not so much? Like where should I physically have the class? How much should I charge? What day of the week? Like people in the South go to church on Wednesdays, right? So should I have class on Wednesday or are they going to be a Bible study, right? What about this
Right.
city, right? So there's so many things that you could use AI to help flush with your strategy. Then you can use AI to help implement that strategy.
Mhm.
So,
This is fantastic. It's valuable at every stage of the game.
oh yeah.
So even whether you're just starting out in business, whether you are pivoting for whatever reason, whether it's a move, it's
Mhm.
if it's in the past, it was COVID, whatever it is, you're able to leverage
Right,
AI.
right.
Um, and figure out, well, how do I regroup from here? I love it. I'm learning so much right now, Candice. I'm like, wow,
My
I,
mind
I
is
need to
blown.
Yeah.
I need to book a session with you.
How do you keep up? How do you keep up with all
Woo!
of the different
Boy.
variations and
Yeah.
how what we're learning today is old?
Well,
Like,
no, it's
like it's
not.
constantly evolving. I'm like, how do I keep up? Where do I begin? There's so many different how, where does an entrepreneur like myself begin? That's the
Okay.
question.
So let's just say you've gone through an AI audit, and I actually have a customized AI audit that I can share with your listeners. I can send you a link to it, and you can put it in the show notes. And it is a custom GPT. So they get in, they just say hi, and it asks them a list of questions. And from a business owner perspective, it identifies the gaps in their business and then shoots out okay, now this is where you should start type of thing, right? But as far as the platforms and like Sora 2 versus Sora 3 and all that other stuff, just start with the easiest one, which is going to be ChatGPT. And all of them, most of them, have a free level. Right now, I do invest because it's my business, right? I invest in the paid level,
Right.
but most of the platforms will give you either a 7-day trial or they have a free restricted tier. But try it out, because based off of the functionality and how easy or hard it is, you may like Nano Banana versus Sora or whatever, whatever the case may be. So, but start with ChatGPT. And here's what I also tell people: don't be scared to ask ChatGPT, where do I start? you know, like you can ask it to help you to get started. Now, I'm also here to help you as well, but using AI
Yeah.
to help with AI is ideal. One of the things that I use in ChatGPT is the dictation feature. So a lot of times I'll need to do something and I'm like, oh, what words should I use for this prompt? And just, it's not coming to my mind, right? So there's a little microphone right next to the post bar. There's two icons. One's a microphone and one looks like a little wave bar, right? I use them both. The microphone, you click that and you can just talk and kind of do a brain dump of everything that you're thinking. Then you ask ChatGPT, turn that into a prompt, right? Because who better to know how to use AI than AI? So if I click it and I'm like, okay, I want to write a social media post that is a five post series about this new podcast episode with Candice, and here's this and here's that and here's this and here's the uploaded version of it because it can, read the show notes and things like that. Now, what's the prompt that I can use to best do that, right? So you just kind of do a brain dump and then say, now take this and make it into a post. Make it into a prompt. So use AI to be better efficient at AI. So it's like,
At AI.
So that's what I would say too. Right.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I know that the value of the prompt is really important. My mom does art in Midjourney, and so you can put the same
Yes.
prompt in and get a different
Yeah.
output. So as you
Yeah.
refine your prompt skills, you get a better
Yep.
output, which is fantastic. But Candice, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm only at 1% on on AI at this
Well,
point.
it's funny. So, and I'm also lucky because I'm a certified AI consultant. I'm in a consultant community and a mastermind where we shoot ideas back and forth, right? So my focus is really marketing, the front end side of business, the marketing, and then my fitness and wellness folks. Someone else over here may be great at blah blah blah, and someone else blah blah blah, but as a team, as a community, I always have a network of people to tap into. A lot of times they do trainings. Like I've built out custom GPTs, and so I have probably 4 of them. I have one that's my public relations, they write press releases. I have another one that's social media, another one just for my fitness folks, right? So I might do a training to the rest of my crew, the rest of my kind of tribe, on how to easily build out custom GPTs, right? Which is, it saves so much time. So, but
I need
I think
you.
that
I
answers
need
your
you.
question.
I need you. I need you. Wow.
Mhm. Yeah.
So when you are working, so as you're, if someone is looking to work with you, what are some of the things that you like to look for in a potential client? What are some of the check boxes you have to determine whether or not this person is a good fit for you?
So I usually hop on the phone with someone and just like this, I have a conversation. What are you currently doing and where do you want to be? And let's see, if I feel like I can bridge that gap, right? It's almost like a GPS, your current location and then where are you going? And that GPS will build that plan of how to do it without hitting traffic. With there's something in the road, it's going to avoid that. That's what I would do. So I would just have a conversation of where are you now? What are you doing? What are the tools that you're using? But where do you want to be in 6 months, a year, 5 years, or whatever the case may be? And then from that, I can know if I can build the bridge, build the path and the plan. But I also have Cheryl, this is going to sound familiar to you. I have a signature
Mm.
system, right? So I have specific to not only my fitness people, but to just anyone in general. So the name of my company is called AI Brand Impact. AIBrandImpact.com is a website. And I have two signature systems or frameworks. One is the brand framework, and one is the impact framework. Now, the brand framework, and this is what I take new clients through, it is a deep dive audit assessment, right? And each of the letters stands for something, and it really identifies in all element of your business, where are you? Where do you want to be, right? It really is a deep dive. And from there, I can build a plan. Now, I can either hand that plan over, or I can implement the impact framework. And that is where we work together to implement that plan based off of, how fast you want to grow, what's your revenue target, things like that. So I have two frameworks that I work within most clients. And then I do the AI training and workshops hands-on. When I do workshops, it's like, bring your computer because we're going to get to work type of thing. Right. So, yeah, that's how I work with clients.
Wow. So when you have, this is amazing. I'm being fed right now, Cheryl. I'm being fed. Okay, we got to think about the people. What are some of the other questions that people might want to know, Cheryl?
Oh my goodness, I really am. I'm
right now.
I'm really blown away, Candice. I didn't realize the extent to which AI can be used in business. So as an entrepreneur, though, let's say, we're operating in different businesses. And so you're lucky to have the awareness to know that you need help or that maybe you're struggling. Are there telltale signs that an entrepreneur can look at, whether it is financial, whether it's operational, that lets them know, one, I need help. I need a consultant, or maybe it could be AI consultant. What are those telltale signs? Have you noticed commonalities across businesses?
Yeah. So the first sign is that everything is overwhelming, right? Because here's the thing, if you put AI into Google, into social media, now it's popping up everywhere, right? And everything popping up everywhere can be like, download this and, come to my webinar and all these things. It could be overwhelming, right? So if everything is overwhelming and you get that what's called analysis paralysis, right? You're trying to analyze everything, and because of that, you're not moving forward doing anything. Then it's time to get a coach or a consultant to help you get through all the clutter, right? So that's one thing. But then if you look at your business specifically, are you losing money? Is your revenue changing? Is it going down? Or are your clients changing? They need more from you, but you don't have time to give it to them, right? Because you're trying to do social media and answer emails and do this and do that. You don't have time to build programs that help to fix their pain points type of thing, right? So if your clients have changed, if your revenue has changed, if you have changed, right? After I got married, some of this went to the back burner because I'm a whole wife now, right? I need to spend time with my family.
It's real.
Right? Yeah, exactly. So my priority shifted. So if a business owner, because life happens, people get married, divorced, deaths, births, and things like that. If your priorities have changed, then, that's another thing to look at. It just depends on where you are, where your business is, especially if you're a solopreneur and it's just you doing everything. Now, if you have a team of people, if an assistant and a marketing manager and blah, 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 that's different, right? Because you can lean on them to do a lot of that stuff. But if you are the marketing manager, the janitor, the chef, like everything in the organization, then you really need to lean into how you as a person feel, because you are the business type of thing. So those are some of the things I would say is a telltale sign.
I was just going to say, as I'm thinking about how you're digging into so many different technologies and how things are evolving as quickly as they are, how do you maintain the balance between your multiple businesses, your consulting, your fitness? How do you maintain the balance for yourself as you're learning the new technologies?
I need to ask AI how to do that better, to be real honest with you. Be real honest.
Okay, it's real.
I'm in a season. It's funny. I saw a shirt that said this. You know how I'm in my soft girl season. I'm in my blah, blah, blah season. Not season, error, right?
Yes.
So I saw a shirt on Amazon that said, I'm in my AI era. And I almost ordered it because I'm in my AI, I'm leaning all the way in. Like I'm building my
Mm.
website, building my marketing funnels, blah, blah, blah. I'm actually writing a
Wow.
book too. So help with the help of AI. So I'm leaning into that. But because of that, I'm not giving my fitness business too much time. And so
Mm.
I'm gonna tell you what I did do. I actually, because I want to learn the AI, I need to, right?
Okay.
But I also, there's some things I need to do to my like fitness website. So I actually hired someone to do that. Instead of me doing it, I hired someone. It's like I tapped out, like I can't do it all. Like I cried to uncle,
Yeah.
right? So I actually hired a friend of mine to build out my funnels and, make some adjustments to the website, stuff that's more that she has a strength in, right? And I could do it, especially with AI, but I need to really lean into AI right now. Luckily, because the holidays, nobody's trying to work out, right? But come January, when it's like, okay, it's the new year. This is the year I'm losing my weight type of thing.
Mhm.
I want
Yep.
to be up and running. I want to be consistent with social and things like that. So that's my goal
Mm.
for the next month while I'm learning these other AI platforms and, building out my other AI programs. Then I want to make sure I'm also building out my social media content and strategy and things like that. But it's tough sometimes. Actually, it is tough. But right now, I'm managing it and not driving myself crazy. So,
Mm.
Yeah, I was
mhm.
just
That's
talking about that
real.
earlier.
That's
I
real.
think to Aymanie and one of my other girlfriends just about the balance and like not giving the attention to other businesses the way I need to. So I already
Yeah,
see that AI can be the thing that allows for some balance to say, okay, well, I'm going
yeah,
to delegate some
Yes.
things. I'm going to
Yes.
incorporate AI
yeah,
in another part of the business so that I free up my time and I can focus it um, more so in a new business venture. And then hopefully find the things that I enjoy doing outside of business, whether it's,
yeah.
dance or could be Zumba, not
Exactly.
Zumba, but dance or whatever. So I think
Guitar
AI
for you. Yeah.
guitar, my bass
Mhm.
guitar for sure. Yeah.
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 Yes.
But yeah, I think
Exactly.
for entrepreneurs, it can be challenging sometimes to find the balance between working in the business, growing the
Mhm.
business, taking care of ourselves, our mental health, our physical
Mhm.
health. So it's, yeah, knowing when to delegate, when to get the tools, and then when to reach out to a
Yeah.
Mm.
consultant to say, "Hey,
Mhm.
Mrs. Jackson,
I need help.
I need help, help, help."
Right. Right. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. But people can. There's a lot of. I mean, I am definitely a resource, but there are other resources. You just want to make sure that it's whatever your listeners, if they want to reach out to someone, and there are a lot of great consultants and programs out there. Just make sure it's legitimate and not just someone who watched a YouTube video and now they're trying to just spit it back out to
Mm.
you, right? You want to make sure it's someone that is actually certified or they have experience doing it and things like that. Because a lot of people like, let me get on YouTube. Now I'm gonna create a whole program. I'm gonna create a whole course and sell to people. And they'll sell it. They will sell it. But
Yeah.
just make sure that your person has longevity and will be around.
Mm.
So
So important. So
yeah.
important.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm so happy we had a chance to talk to you, Candice, and learn so much about AI. Because I honestly, this is, if I had a notebook here, I'd be writing. And if I get my big pencil, my big paper, I'd
Right.
write some notes
Exactly.
down right now. But I have to watch the replay
Right.
just to get the nuggets. I really
Right.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Yeah.
So you mentioned
Sure.
it before, but where can people find you again if they're going to book your services?
Yeah. So on LinkedIn, I'm at AI Brand Impact, or they can look me up, Candice with a K, Candice Jackson, but also AIBrandImpact.com. So you can find me anywhere else if you go to the website, my social resources, things like that. And I can also send you guys a link to that AI audit, that automated audit that your listeners can go through. But AIBrandImpact.com is a starting point for any of your listeners to get more information or get resources or things like that. So